Hola mis amigos y bienvenidos a una otra Yap sesión de la música de C-Line. Today we're going to be talking about the intro to my Volcano EP, which goes so fucking hard when I listen to it myself, and I hope it goes so fucking hard for you too. First, I want to talk about the instrumental process of the song. The bass line is inspired by Gnarly by Cat's Eye, and I wanted to combine that bass line with claps and beat kicks at first, which transitions to EDM/house beat. And then later, when I whisper time after time, that was inspired by Time After Time by Cyndi Lauper, when she whispers time after time to the end of the song. So yeah, there's not much about the instrumental process that I could share, because the song is only 92 minutes, but it still rocks. But now, it's time to go for the lyrical process. The concept of the song is a summary of how I was transitioning from the calling era in 2023 to life after pledging to balance living life with others and engaging in more self-care. So what I mean by the calling era in 2023 is, number one, I got to not only see what it's like to really love myself, but particularly how to be my own best friend. Hey, just a quick interjection, the light's on because I think it's about to get darker soon. Number two is I learned to process my childhood traumas and analyze how it shaped me to be who I am. And I've learned to come to peace with it because it's not the same life that I'm living in my 20s anymore. And number three, my dad and stepmother took me to a lot of really cool places. And why that was important was because I learned what all I could experience and feel when I just explore life out of the cyber world. I know that's like kind of a basic concept to listen to, but when you think about how when you experience something really refreshing, it's like a really big deal, you know what I mean? And later in 2023, and to put emphasis on 2024 onward, is when I've decided that when I was giving too much of myself and not enough for myself, I've decided that enough is enough. I need to find some balance between the world and myself. So when I began to reinvent myself, I started living life through curiosity and exploring what felt impossible to do to make those things possible. I began to consistently love myself and begin my self-discipline healing girl era. And since I truly wanted to make a change in my life, I didn't want any room with negative self-talk, because the relationship that is much more powerful than all the other relationships that you have is within yourself. Because however you treat others is a reflection of how you treat yourself from within. Yet another interjection. I moved places now to charge my phone, and I don't want to get off this bungee chair. And part of that kindness to yourself is being the quote-unquote, I emphasize that quote-unquote, villain of some people's story. Because when I said, ever since I've extended stronger kindness and openness, now I know how to embody that bitch who's never the mess. You'll hear me discuss this notion more on my Yap session of adult, but it basically means that when you're the quote-unquote villain of other people's story, that means that you're done giving too much of yourself. Sometimes you have to be like quote-unquote selfish, but you're being selfish for your benefit, for like good value, not for malicious intent. Because I've been done biding my time, as I can see now the lava was moving. Each day I'm climbing those highs and gritting through the lows, but the heights still grooving. Only way through the conduit is up. Built myself with all intent no bluff. Some volcanoes blow up once, but my mind's so blown from my work it often erupts. Time after time. And now if you didn't notice, this is the last song I'm covering for my Yap Session series of my Volcano EP. But don't worry, I'll still talk a lot more music-related shit in the future. Let me know what you think of Intro, and let me know what you think of the Volcano EP. If you made it to the end, thank you for sticking around. And you know the drill. When you search up C.Line on Spotify, I will have a bun, red tank top, blue jeans, black boots, and a gray and black umbrella with a smile of makeup. I love y'all, you are loved, and I will see you in the next one.